Hello. Today is January 26th, 2024. So I debated about how to title this video. Okay, so it's Moonbeam's birthday today, but also many other people's birthdays today. And yeah, so I was thinking, I should call it Happy Moonbeam Day, but I'm just a little bit worried of just random people finding my videos and I don't know. I just everything always has sensitivity to it. So I think just even though it's very weird of me, I don't want many people to watch my YouTube channel. But in this particular instance, I just feel like it's better. I should just call it Happy Beanie Day. So his name is Moonbeam, but his last name is Moon, and his first name is Bean. So usually his friends or his fans, I assume too, would just call him Bean or just Beanie, since that's his first name. But his stage name is Moonbeam. That's the thing. So I would usually call him Moonbeam since that's his stage name, but FYI is also his full name. So anyways, this is the birthday party I wanted to do for him. Is the first one I ever do for him, and I think will be the last one, but who knows? I don't know. Like I think in the future it's just I will always do I am's birthday party, but I'll always have in the back of my mind, oh, it's also Moonbeam's birthday too. So I feel like in the future it'll just be like combined, just celebrating together with I am. But today I want a birthday party dedicated to him. And so here I am. Now, here's the thing. I warned about this yesterday in my tea chatting live that this birthday party will be half sad. I mean, of course it will be, but I'm gonna try and make it happy as well, because it's not something to be super sad about. Like it is in essence it's sad, and I'm gonna try and not just keep that in mind. And so the thing is, I wondered, would I be crying, because I am pretty sensitive to this, and this was my first time finally really talking about it in detail, because the last time we talked about it, it was really fresh. I was still like, still so many thoughts. And the thing is, he passed away one day after my birthday, but also I was in Gwangju. I was on vacation in Gwangju at the time, so it was the timing of it was so crazy. And then when I came back home, I had to prepare for my USA trip, which was gonna happen a few weeks after that. So I was just really all over the place and couldn't really have time to really process it and everything. And yeah, and then as you guys know, 2023, the busiest year of my life for some reason. I don't know what was going on in 2023, but yeah, it was so busy. And so now into 2024, I am shockingly not that busy. I'm still busy at the same time, but just not as busy as I was last year. And so celebrating birthdays today is just so much more calmer than how I was a year ago. Even like last month, I was still dealing with a lot of stuff. So I just finally felt like, yeah, now it's a good time on his birthday, and it's coincidentally the same day as I am's birthday. So I was gonna do a birthday party today regardless, but for the first time, two birthday parties in one day. Even though for Gion, I did like lives for him many times on his birthday, but it wasn't a birthday party. His is not the same. And so anyways, so first off, I have this drink that I got. It's a ginger tea. I didn't drink it yet, but it definitely smells very gingery. Oh wow. Oh yeah, super gingery, as it should be. As it should be. But yeah, I really want to eat and drink healthy stuff. And I'm not a fan of super sweet drinks and stuff. So I like to go for tea or juice, expecting that it's like more like less artificial sugar and stuff. But it's still not like super healthy, but at least better than soda, and things like that. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's waking me up. So that's good. And then this little snack I decided to get, not a cake. I mean, I was thinking about it. I'm still debating about it. I'm just trying not to eat so much sugar these days. And so I decided to get a snack. So I've shown this before, but this is a mini bungeopang. Yeah, it's a mini bungeopang. And so these are like really common to eat here during wintertime. And then I also got a hoju gwaja. So this is a walnut bread thing. So I got these, and then this store gave me this like peanut thing for free, and I'm just like, I don't know what it is, but yeah. So I'm just gonna try it first. So they also had various flavors of all these things. So this bungobang, the fish bread one, I got it sweet potato. So let's see how it is. Mmm. Mmm. Yeah. So this commonly is made with the filling of red bean or custard cream, and I usually would get custard cream, but this special store had like so many different flavors. They even could make it with like a hot dog inside. And so yeah, so that's the but anyways, this is my first time seeing it made with sweet potato. No, not my first time. Sorry. But still, I wanted to feel like eating sweet potato. So that's sweet potato filling, and it's good. Yum. I like that. And then this walnut bread, it should have pieces of walnut in it, but I also got the flavor of custard cream in it as well. So let's try it. I've never seen a walnut bread with like fillings like that. So let's see how this is. What? It's only bread for now. Let me dig deeper. Oh, right now it's Hyungwon time / my mom time, but we'll be able to see I.M. and Moonbeam time later. Okay, so it's like a little bit of custard there. You see that? It's super small custard, but I like it. I like it. And then a huge walnut right there. Do you see that too? Yeah, it's a huge walnut in there. Mmm. 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 Yeah, it's tasty. I'm not a huge fan of walnut bread because it usually would have no filling inside, but this special store makes it with a filling, and it tastes a lot better with custard in it. So that's delightful. And then what is this peanut thing? I don't know. So let's see it together. I think it's no filling inside. Okay, no filling, just a plain peanut bread. Cool. I like it. Yeah, it's all good. And I can't buy like one individual thing. It comes in like a pack of 6 or 12, and so I have a lot of these to eat later, but that's just good as a snack, but not eating all at once. So I'm all good eating these winter snacks for Moonbing's birthday party. And then later tonight for IM's birthday party, I'm still thinking about it. I mean, I'm thinking maybe I could just show you guys just regular food instead of a dessert related thing. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it because I like dessert, but I mean these days I really should reduce how much sugar I'm eating. Just for health benefits. But also, I really do want to lose some weight. I mean, I know I'm not fat or anything, but just for health, just keep in mind for health, I would like to lose some weight just to feel lighter and like more healthy. That's a goal of mine to hopefully accomplish later. Mm, mm. Okay, so I'll continue to snack and whatnot as we continue this birthday party for Moonbeam. But yeah, so it's all good if no one is here to join me. No worries about it. I honestly was kind of hoping not many people would join me at this time since I don't usually come around this time. It's 1:17 p.m. right now. And yeah. So it's all good. Just let me enjoy this birthday party for Moonbeam. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I might as well just give the recap. Just what? Hey. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wait, the live chat in YouTube changed. Oh my gosh, that's great. But hi, Delirian. Oh my gosh. Nice to see you. But don't no need to comment if you don't want to. But yeah. But welcome anyone. Oh yeah. No worries. Anyways. Hi again. So yeah, just for me to give a summary about who Moonbeam is, just in case, I just like to do this, so it's okay. So don't mind me if you guys already know. So Moonbeam is a K-pop singer. He debuted in the K-pop group Astro. And in my opinion, Astro is pretty famous. Um, they're definitely not BTS level. I mean, I don't think. I mean, so they're not that level, but they're pretty famous. But I can't compare them to Monster X. That's really tough because I think Astro is more popular in Korea than overseas, but Monster X is more popular overseas than in Korea. So that's really hard for me to judge. So I can't give that comparison. But just Astro is popular, and that's that. And Moonbin, he's not the most popular member in Astro, in my opinion, but he's definitely quite active. He's very well loved by his fans and other K-pop singers. So not only in the group Astro, but he's also in a unit with Sana. So they were the Moonbin Sana unit, and they've done a lot of albums together. And before he passed away, they were touring as a unit. So they definitely were more active as a unit than Astro as a whole, because I mean the most popular member in Astro is Chaunu. I want to believe everyone knows him. He's acting. I mean he's more famous as an actor. Let's be real. He is, and except he's still a member of Astro. Yeah, but yeah. So because of his schedule and for being so popular, I for Chaonu being so popular and busy, I believe that's why they made the unit of Moonbin and Sana, and so that's why they were very active with albums, and then was also touring. And yeah, so keep in mind Ash. Sorry, oh my god, yeah, I'm just trying to. No, I'm fine, But yeah, if I start crying, don't worry. Okay. So I'm just trying to get through this as easily and less emotional as possible. Of course, it's gonna be emotional, but I'm gonna do my best. So, so Moonbin, he is born 1998, so January 26, 1998. So he's quite a young guy, and 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 so the thing is, I never really knew Astro members very well, except for Chaonu because he's just so popular. But the other members, I didn't really um know them, but also I didn't really want to know them. I'm like all for MX and Wano, as you guys know, so I never really had any interest to know more about them. But because of Monster X, and they've done interviews together, and they also talk about each other, and hang out when they have so because of Monster X and Wano, and knowing who their friends are, and they talk about Astro guys a lot, and they have done interactions and stuff with Sana and Moonbin. So that's how I got to know them more, because of MX and Wano. So I'm very grateful for that. Otherwise, I would have never really known Astro well to that point. And and yeah, and I always thought, yeah, their personalities seem cool. I mean, I never felt any deep connection with them. I just thought, oh, they're cool, and like I'm glad they're friends with MX. They seem cool guys. I never thought anyone was off-putting or anything, but I definitely had a good impression of Moonbin a lot, more so than Sana. In all honesty, I mean, Sana's a cool dude too. He's okay, but I've always had a really, really, really good impression of Moonbin, even though I was never interested to know more about him or become his official fan or anything. But I just always had a good impression of him. So he always had that feeling for me. And yeah. So then whenever I see an Astro come back or the Moonbin Sana come back, I would listen, but I'm not like super into it. So like I would listen to their music, and I never felt anything more than that. I'm just like, oh, it's not bad. Except definitely I never felt like I was really, really into them or a fan. I just know of them. I think they're okay, and I like that they're friends with MX and Wano. And that's all I thought of them as. Hi. Oh my gosh. So first off, Melina, long time no see. I'm really shocked to see any of you guys here, in all honesty, because of this time right now. But she said this is a very sweet tea chatting for remembering Moonbeam. Oh, you're too kind. But yeah, this is a birthday party, but I didn't say it's a tea chatting. But yeah, it's a party, but it's like remembering him, and I'm doing my best. But yeah, you get me, Melina. Anyways, enjoy, talk whenever you guys want. No worries about it. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, yeah. So anyway, so that's how that's how I always saw of the Astro guys. But Moonbeam, I always thought he was really, really. Yeah, I just always had a good feeling about him. That's all I could say about that. But never felt like his fan or deeper than that. Like I'm not interested to buy their albums or go see them in concert. No, no, nothing like that. I just always had just a nice impression on all of them. But I did feel like among all the Astro members, I felt like I had the most good feelings and deep impression of Moonbeam more than anyone else in the group. And so, as all K-pop singers are doing, they're just working nonstop. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, he was touring as a unit. I think they had a comeback of like earlier that year. I think so. And then touring. And who knows what other plans they have? But of course, K-pop singers, they always have schedules all the time. I'm sure they had more plans of what to do. And so come April 2023. So I love April because it's my birthday month. It's always and will be my favorite month of the year. And so my birthday is April 18th. And so to treat myself, and because I was working so hard all year already, I mean, you guys know my timeline of what I went through in the first half of 2023. I really wanted to treat myself for my birthday. And so I had miles to go a free plane ride to any city in Korea. And so I've already been to Busan, I've already been to Jeju Island, but I've never been to Gwangju. And so when I saw that Gwangju was an option that I can choose, I was like, why not? I should go. It's the hometown of Hyungwon and I am. And yeah, I've never been. And so I was curious to go see Gwangju. And so I decided, all right, for my birthday, I'll go on the trip to Gwangju. And so April 18th, I celebrated my birthday here. And then the next day, April 19th, was when I went to Gwangju. And then I was going to come back. I only spent one night there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait. Did I one night? Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, why do I need to stay there 2 nights? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, yeah. So I only spent one night there. So that means I came back the next day, April 20th. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, yeah. By the way, it's 1 minute until Moonbeam time or I am time. Oh, I wonder what anything happened. Oh yeah, yeah. So let's wait a little bit before I continue the rest of the story. But yeah, now it is. So happy Moonbeam. Oops, happy Moonbeam time. I am time. January 26th, 1:26 p.m. Oh yeah, yeah. So I was wondering probably Gion's tweets for I am, because he's been doing this for all the members at their birthday time. So yeah, that's good. Okay, so so happy Moonbeam time on Moonbeam's birthday party, and also I am time. But so FYI, I'm gonna do I am's birthday party later tonight after he does his birthday live. And so Melina says here, your schedule sometimes doesn't allow you to watch your lives. No worries about that. And she says, you're lucky to catch me now. I don't. You guys have the craziest timing as always. And so happy to see her. But yeah, if you need to go anytime, no worries. And of course, you can watch this on replay anytime as well. Yeah, but anyways, happy to see any of you guys join me at this time. This is wild. Anytime I see you guys. And so anyways, but yeah. Now let me continue the story. So I went to Gwangju on April 19th. And so I left in the morning. Yeah, I had to wake up so early. That's right. I wanted to make the most of my time there. So I left early morning and then I came back late at night, coming back home. Yeah. So my April 19th was just spending all day in Gwangju. I just was doing random stuff and I was showing some of it on Instagram. And then I go to sleep as we normally do. And the thing is, Moonbeam passed away at around 8 p.m. I think 8 or 9 p.m. on that day. But we didn't hear news about it until a few hours later. So way into nighttime is when I think the news started going out there. So I didn't know the news until I woke up and I was on my phone just when I'm trying to wake up, I it's such a bad habit, but I just check my phone to see like what's going on, and then I'm reading what's happening on Twitter or like news related things before I get out of bed. And so I was just looking on my phone, and then one of the first tweets I see pop up it said that Moonbin passed away. And I'm just I when I saw that tweet, I'm like, no. I was like, something in me just really, really, I couldn't believe it. It was like, this has to be a joke. I'm like, no, like, this is, it's just, you would never think, this would happen. Of course it does. Of course it does happen, but it's just unbelievable. It was just that feeling of like, I can't believe this. This can't be real. Like, I really wanted to believe this must be a fake tweet or something. But it was a real tweet. It was like a news tweet. And so when I clicked on it and reading it, it was a statement from his company, saying that he passed away. And yeah, so I started my morning the next morning, and it was also the day that I was gonna fly back home. It was yeah, that was tough, especially because I was on vacation, and so it was just really crazy, all this timing. And I of course didn't feel good that he sadly passed away the day after my birthday. But maybe good thing it wasn't on my birthday. But no, no, no. I mean, regardless, whatever day it is, it's just crazy timing. Yeah, that he passed away after my birthday. So I of course couldn't really be in good spirits, even though I'm on vacation and celebrating my birthday. Um, yeah, it was just tough, and I had to get through the day as best I can, and go to the airport and fly back home. And then I think once I got back home, I needed to chat with you guys, just talking about it, because it's unbelievable. I still couldn't believe it about him passing away. And at this time, they didn't say how he passed away, and and of course everyone is assuming and guessing how did he pass away. But I personally didn't want to assume or believe anything until more information was given. So yeah, I'll talk about my personal feelings about that in 1 second. and so and so moving forward, um yeah, I just had lots of things in my personal life, and going to USA soon, and then meeting my newborn niece as well. It was just a lot. So it was a lot to deal with. And and I never felt like there was really a time for me to really process about his passing. And yeah, and as time went on, then Juhan's solo debut, and then Shawnee Hyungwon unit, and then everyone going to the military. Just one thing after another. And so it was just a really, really crazy year for us. And then yeah, so now finally, his birthday, January 26th, and I'm glad his birthday is at a time where finally my life has slowed down. And so I just think, wow, just everything is just really good timing in terms of, because my feelings now that it's been almost a year of his passing, I do have a better sense now of how I feel, and everything. And so yeah. So I'm trying to think how to organize the next part of my story. Right. All right. Let's go ahead and just start from the beginning. So he passes away, and we still don't know how he passed away. But one thing that happened during that time is that the Monster X guys, at least them minus Minhyuk, since he already enlisted at that time, so they the next day had to go fly to Las Vegas for that K-pop show. And I thought, they must be feeling terrible, and they must be. They won't tell us. Sadly, they couldn't tell us, but work is work, and I felt that was really, really terrible that they had to go to this overseas event and have to perform and look happy, but one of their closest friends just passed away. And so I would like to believe they were able to go to like a memorial or something to give their condolences, but we don't know. We're not sure. But they could have done it after they came back to Korea. It's not a big deal, like what time you do. But I really felt really, really terrible seeing them having to go do this event when one of their friends just passed away. Like, I can't imagine. I can't imagine, but they had to go. And even BBG, like one of the girls there, she is like super super best friends with Moonbeam, and she was really really having a hard time performing on stage. And so yeah, but she is definitely closer to Moonbeam than the MX guys, but still with MX guys, they performed the best they could, and like you can't tell that they look sad, of course. So I can understand fans were thinking, oh, they're not sad, or thinking they're totally fine. Like I can understand that. But it does make me a little bit concerned if fans really don't think that they're sad about Moonbeam's passing. So I personally wanted to believe, even if they don't show it or don't say it, I wanted to believe, of course, they must be sad. And it must have been really difficult for them to perform in Vegas during this time. So I wanted to believe that, but I think most fans didn't think so. And so the thing is, the first sorry. So the thing is, last night, I am posted an Insta story, and that's the thumbnail I put here. He posted this Insta story last night at 1:26 a.m. So his time, but also Moonbeam's time. And I was tearing up. I'm tearing up now already. So 1 second. Okay, 1 second. um, so I didn't think I am would ever mention it, given at the time of Moonbeam's passing, they never talked about it. But I mean, of course they shouldn't be. Of course, and like I totally understand that, but it was just so tough to see them go to an event and having to look happy and performing just like normal. But I still wanted to believe they must not be feeling good. But yeah, but because of them never talking about it, fans just assume, like, they're fine, don't worry about it, and all that stuff. So anyways, yeah, so of course they never mention it, and I totally understand. And so today being Moonbeam's birthday, but also I Am's birthday, I was really really surprised to see I Am post, like, for the first time talking about Moonbeam. I mean, the thing is, we had that Hyungwon show where he had Sana on and they talked about it, but it's because Sana was there. So of course, yeah, it would have been mentioned, and it did. But still, like, someone from MX or even Wano, like, of their own accord. Do you guys get me? It's just because they want to mention it or not. But again, it's up to them. I totally understand. But that's why I keep saying I never would expect them to talk about it, given how long it's been. And so today, given it's his birthday, I would think he would never want to still mention it. It's your birthday, just enjoy it the way you want. But he actually decided to post this on his Insta story. And so yeah, I'm trying to control my emotions. But I didn't know it was gonna be a full moon technically last night. So Korea time, it was a full moon starting at around 1 a.m. last night. So like, from January 25th, since that was nighttime, right? So we were already seeing the moon January 25th nighttime, but then it wasn't fully full until past midnight on January 26th. Isn't that crazy? So January 26th, Moonbeam and Ian's birthday. It's a full moon, and on top of that, it's called a wolf moon. So first off, it's the first full moon of 2024. So go look at the moon later tonight, whatever your time zone is. It's a full moon. And it's called a wolf moon because since it's winter time, and usually the wolves would be like howling at this time. I don't know if it's really going to happen. If there are wolves in your area, let me know if they're howling. But isn't that so crazy? It's also called a wolf moon. And so that's I Am. He's the wolf animal, even though I'm the only one that thinks of him as a wolf. But not only him, I saw a recent tweet saying that Moonbeam as well, he likes wolves too. Like he said in an interview one time, oh, I would like to be a wolf one day. And I'm just like, what? So both of them are wolf brothers, okay, with the same birthday, and it's a wolf moon on their birthday. Crazy, right? And also, given it's the first birthday after his passing, it's crazy. It's crazy. And the coincidence, but also, like, I don't know. So I think of it what you will, but it's a really crazy coincidence. And also Moonbeam, his last name is Moon, but Moon in Korean doesn't mean the sky moon, but it is the same pronunciation as moon in English. And so that's why I usually would think of Moonbeam as the moon. And so, right, isn't that crazy? So anyways, I just thought that was so interesting, today being the full moon, and this a wolf moon, and it's on their birthdays. Like, that's wild. So So anyways, so back to Iam's Insta story. Yeah, he posted a photo of the full moon, and it's a really pretty full moon. I cannot take a pretty full moon picture like that, so that's why I wanted to have it as my thumbnail, his photo. And he wrote a message in there. Yeah, so he wrote a message in there, so I'll give you guys my translation about it. But I saw some people already translate it, but some people don't translate it correctly. But yeah, I'll give you guys my translation of it. So he says here, he says always, like ever since they've known each other. So he says here, always, when this day comes, we would call each other and say to each other, happy birthday. So that already, like, oh, my emotions. Okay, so that's already, oh, just 1 second. Okay, so I'm probably more emotional than any of the guys, and they're friends with Moonbeam. I'm not even friends with Moonbeam, but I'm definitely way more emotional than them. So anyways, I'm already feeling it. Okay, I'm not even done translating his message. So yeah, I mean, that shows how good friends they are. Yeah, always on this day calling each other to say happy birthday is just very touching to me. So anyways, but it gets more emotional. So he says that, and then he says, but today feels a bit awkward. We know why. So yeah, he says, oh, we would do this every year, but today feels awkward. Oh, gosh. So yeah, because he can't call him, and so yeah, so yeah, so anyways, when I read this last night, I was already like almost crying, but I was like, oh my gosh, of course I need to tell you guys about it. And I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna cry. Yeah, of course I am. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyways, it's okay, guys. Okay, so anyways, let me finish translating it. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so he says, but today feels awkward. And he said, the day is really cold, and I hope that you're well, to Moonbeam. I hope you're doing well. I think that's the best translation of that. And oh gosh, 1 second. Oh my gosh, and then he says, I really miss you a lot, but that could also mean I really want to see you. So the way that he wrote it, I think the correct translation of how he wrote it is that I really do want to see you a lot, but the same time it means like I really miss you. Just up to the interpretation, but yeah, he just really misses him and wishes to see him. And then he ends it with saying happy birthday. Oh gosh. Ooh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, so I literally was not expecting anything like that. And also, like, I've been saying for forever, I've always planned to have this Moonbeam birthday party, and I was, but yeah, I was just really surprised seeing him write that, and also, also say his feelings about it, that he misses him and is thinking about him on his birthdays. Okay, so anyways. Oh, okay, so so after I saw that Insta story of his, and very sweet of him, he posted it at 1:26 a.m. Oh gosh. So that finally confirmed to me that, yeah, of course, they like, Moonbeam was a really close person to them. And then it made me think about the Vegas show, how tough it was for them to have to perform the day after his passing. So all that I was thinking of is true. And so finally seeing any of them mention it is just, yeah. So anyways, so back to my feeling about it. I think I need to just yeah, because I get emotional thinking about them, Amex and Moonbeam. Like, that's really emotional for me to think about. But yeah, so back to me. Okay, so back to me. even though I'm not his fan. Okay, so like yeah, I'm so emotional about Moonbeam, but I'm really not his fan. I only know about him because of MX and Wano, but I've always had just a really good impression of him. And I just always thought he was great. I mean, he's a great singer, great dancer. He was a fun guy, fun personality. And I think, his looks, he's very cute looking. I just yeah, I always thought of him as just what a nice guy to have in the K-pop industry. And so for me personally, seeing him pass away, it was just so shocking. And I don't think I would be this emotional of any K-pop singer passing away. So we've already had some young K-pop singers pass away, and all of them, I've always been sad of all of them passing away. But of course, some I feel more emotional about than others. And so I was trying to understand myself. Why would Moonbeam feel so much more emotional for me than the others? So now let me talk about how I feel about his cause of death and stuff. So in the end, the family, Moonbeam's family, did not want to reveal about his cause of death or anything. They just want to keep it private. So anything about how he died or whatnot, the company as well, respecting the family's wishes, they will never say anything about it. But they have put out statements of like, don't assume or cause false information about how he passed away. Just let him rest in peace, and just don't assume and don't think of like what could it be. And so for the family's decision, they want to keep it private, and that's fine. That's fine. And so in my opinion, and again, this is all me assuming as well, so please don't think of this as a fact or whatnot. I merely want to say this as my observation and my intuition about how I feel about his cause of death. So I personally don't think he did it. You guys get what I mean? I don't think he did it. I honestly think sorry, that doesn't make sense. I think he passed away by an accident, or passed away from a past health issue that we don't know about. I think something something happened where he sadly passed away, but I don't think he did it. Do you guys get me? Yeah. So many people assume he did it, since most K-pop singers, sadly, that happens a lot, right? So many people think he probably did it. But I personally don't think so. So as much as I've known about Moonbeam and everything about him, he never ever seems like the person that would want to do that. And especially he's so young. Okay, so last year, 2023, how old was he? 1, 2, 3. He was 25. He was 25, and today he would have been 26. Or he is 26. So he was only 25, and he was doing a lot of work, and during the pandemic, just so many things going on. So and as much as I know of him, and especially who he hangs out and what his friends talk about him, I honestly don't want to believe that he did it. And so I think how he passed away was something where the blame is on someone, and the family or the company doesn't want to reveal it because that would be like a huge thing. But there possibly could be a blame of how he passed away. And yeah, and they want to keep that private. So that's personally how I feel about it. But also I recently saw, not recently, sorry, but during the time of his passing, because right before he passed away, they did a concert in an Asian country. I forgot where it was, but they recently did a concert, and then after that concert was over, they did a live stream. And during that live stream, Moonbin looked perfectly fine. So like this was his last live stream before he passed away. He looked perfectly fine. He was so happy at that concert. But during that live stream, he did say like, "Oh, my health is I'm struggling a bit with my health." He said that. So he said that he's struggling a bit with his health because of the touring and all the work he's doing. But he said, "But I'm doing okay. I'm doing my best to take care of myself." Blah blah. And then I saw that fans that know Moonbin for a long time, that Moonbin has always had health issues in the past as well. So when I was reading all this and then seeing that his last live stream and all that, and so when he came back to Korea after a concert they did overseas, um, that night he sadly passed away. And so I do believe, since he already said he was like dealing with some health issues and trying to get through it, I think something happened. Who knows what exactly it is, but that makes me feel that most likely is what happened based on what I've observed and know about him. That I really don't want to believe he did it. He had some health issues already, and maybe with the crazy tour schedule, it was too much for him, and maybe he passed away that way. And if that's the case, of course the company doesn't want to admit to that, right? So I do think with them saying they want to keep it private, it must be something more serious and would be a blame on someone. So I don't know if this gives anyone comfort, that I honestly think this is how he passed away. I don't know, but I since we will never know the answer unless Moonbeam's family wants to tell me in person, but right, but I doubt it. So we will never know. But I would like to believe, since they do want to keep it private, it must be for a reason. And the one that makes the most sense is that some kind of accidental death and a blame is on someone, but they don't want to say who it is, and they just want everyone to move on from it and forget about it, kind of feeling, right? But we're never going to forget Moonbeam. I mean, but like the cause of death, they just want everyone to like just not think about it anymore. But I do want to mention that I think that's the most logical reason that I could think of for his cause of death, and I really don't want to believe that he did it. You guys get me? So yeah. Okay. So and so him passing away at 25 years old is too young. That's way too young. I was 25 years old 8 years ago. Yeah, Moonbeam is 8 years younger than me. And but I take comfort that he really did a lot. He did a lot in his 25 years of life. So yeah, so I'm trying to like, yeah, make it more happy talk. But like he really, like his first TV appearance, I think he was like 7 years old. Okay, so he has forever been wanting to be a celebrity singer, whatnot. Yeah, he has always been wanting that since elementary. Okay, I want to believe since elementary school, and then he thankfully succeeded and debuted in Astro, and has been really active as a singer for such a long time. And whatever health issues he was dealing with, and who knows if he was being overworked and that really pushed him over the edge and then caused an accidental death. Like you guys get why I think of that scenario. But yeah, I think sadly, yeah, that's might be more plausible what happened. But it's okay. It's not okay. I mean he's gone, but it's okay. And so now that I've given my thoughts about that, what's done is done. He is no longer with us anymore. But I do want to believe he's because everyone has their own opinion of what happens after we die. Of course. So I only say my own opinion, and no worries if we agree or disagree. All right. So I'm Christian, so I believe that there's a heaven and hell. And who goes to heaven or hell, like, of course it's based on who you are as a person, but I'm not one to judge you. God judges you. All right. So keep in mind, like if people say like for sure you're going to hell or for sure you're going to heaven, no, they have no right to say that. Not even me. All right, because I'm not going to judge you of where you're going. It's God who's going to judge you, and where you go from there. So I don't know where he is technically, right? Even though I'm Christian, but I would like to believe he I would like to believe he's in a better place. Let's put it that way. So I would like to believe that. And um yeah, so as we celebrate his birthday, even though he's not here, I want to celebrate him because he lived a great life, a very short life, but he lived a great life. And being a K-pop singer, you affected many people's lives as well. So like of the fans, all of the fans, and then even me as like a non-fan, but he still affected me. And of course, all of his personal friends. So MX and Wano being one of them, he affected them, and maybe even lots of people in the K-pop industry. So I hope that through these sad events, it leads to it leads to like I hope his death won't be in vain. That's for sure. So whatever happened for him to pass away, I hope things will change of like, you should not overwork your artist. But again, I'm just guessing, that's one of the reasons he passed away. But I hope his death won't be in vain. And of course, never forget about him. And if maybe from this the K-pop industry changed a bit, I don't know. Honestly, it takes a lot for the K-pop industry to have a huge change in lots of things. But I just wish everyone who's in the K-pop industry, especially the K-pop singers, we don't really know how exactly they're working and what they're struggling with and whatnot. So um I don't know. Okay, now I'm losing my train of thought. But regardless, I I really hope young deaths like this won't be so common, because for now it seems kind of common, and that makes me really sad. But I'm always hoping there'll be more positive change. But it's hard. It's hard to see a big change in the K-pop industry even after someone passes away. So anyways, so let me try to think how I'm going with my rant and but yeah, but anyways, Moonbeam. Okay. So I think now is a good time that I should make it more happy now. So I think I've said all the sad things already. I feel pretty sure. I think so. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Before I get into that, okay. So I mentioned yesterday that I'm not in a chipper mood these days. Was not is not is I mean, because of all these crappy things happening to me, of course. But I'm not particularly super chipper now, because I recently had to experience someone else passing away again. So my mom's friend's father, who is in his late 80s. So he lived a really really long good life. So in his late 80s, he sadly passed away 2 days ago. So I'm really not so really far away from me is my mom's friend's father. But still, my mom is like, consoling with her friend and stuff, and going to the funeral. And so it was just a bit sad when my mom told me that. And then I was like, oh, okay, so she's kind of busy right now, going about that. So it was kind of weird timing with this passing away, given it was like 2 days until now, Moonbeam's birthday. And so it was just a little, just got me thinking. But even though I don't really know, like, I met him once. Actually, I met my mom's friend's father once. Well, so I kind of knew him, but yeah, not really. But still, it's sad for anyone to pass away, no matter how old you are. That's right. This is another sad. That's right. I need to get this out of the way before I talk about happier things. Yeah. So I want to talk about death in general. So yeah, no matter how old you are, but of course it's good to see someone live a really long life and then pass away at an old age. But still, it's still sad to see anyone pass away. So I'm honestly grateful my parents are still alive, but they're in their 60s, so I would like to believe they still have a long way to go, but we don't know, right? We don't know. And so I always need to prepare myself, because at any moment, sadly, anyone can pass away, and Moonbeam was a good example of that, even when you're super young. So right now, with like kind of like death, just the death being it's everywhere, and it shouldn't be happening often. I mean, at least personally to us. I can't say many people close to me have recently passed away, thank goodness, but still I know people of people, right, that who's passing away. But I guess for me personally, this the biggest passing away would be Moonbeam, out of everyone that I personally know, but he's like most far away, but still affects me, about his passing away. And I should prepare for, like, at any moment anyone can pass away. Yeah, so this is a bit tough to talk about, but I just want to wrap it up. I'm doing my best to wrap it up. Um mm, I guess for me personally, I think I still have a tough time of how exactly to grieve death. So all four of my grandparents already passed away. Two of them passed away before I was 10, and then two of them passed away. No, one passed away in my early 20s, and then one passed away just 2 years ago. But that grandparent, 2 years ago, we were still in COVID, and he passed away in USA, so I couldn't go to his funeral. But that grandparent, he really, 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 really lived a long life, and so I wish I could have been there to see him before he passed, but we couldn't because of COVID. So I was kind of sad about that. But I've I've been with that grandparent for a really, really long time, and I told he was my dad's dad, so I told my dad, can you tell grandpa, that it's anyways, yeah, yeah. So that's, like, I guess my most recent passing away would be that grandparent, but I was okay. Of course I couldn't fly there during that time. And so anyways, yeah, so that's the only biggest thing in my life, is that all of my grandparents have passed away, but no one else really super close to me other than that has passed away. So I'm still kind of not too sure about how to grieve, but given I'm at this age, and for sure all the people older than me, they will. I mean, not for sure. I mean, I don't want to think about it. Of course, I could pass away first, but let's not think that way. So for now, let's go with time being the biggest factor. The ones a lot older than me will pass away before me, and that's gonna be tough. So that's gonna be tough. So I feel like these K-pop passing aways maybe is kind of preparing me. I'm not sure, but I do appreciate um understanding and preparing myself appropriately about how I feel when people pass away. And of course, definitely it'll be super, super hard, once my parents pass away, or like anyone super close to me pass away. That's going to be so much more painful than how I feel about these K-pop singers passing away. But for now, I do feel I feel it's preparing me in some way. Like honestly, for me, I never really thought of death really happening a lot around me until Shiny Jonghyun's passing, because he's the same age as me. So when he passed away, I'm just like, and he used to be my ultimate bias at one point as well. So that was really the toughest K-pop singer's death that I had to go through. Um, yeah, and but then now, so then after him, then Moonbeam feels like the next one after Jonghyun that really affects me a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, so in my personal life, only K-pop singers has given me the most grief of death. Um, mm, So what I'm trying to wrap this up. I can't remember what was my point with this, but I mean, I really do want to talk about death, since that's a topic no one wants to talk about. So I think this is the only time that I could really talk about it. So I think, yeah, that's why I wanted to mention it. Yeah. Because I mentioned this before as well. I mean, it's a quote from Kanye West. I mean, whoever, whatever you think about him, but I heard one of his quotes is that the only certain thing in our lives is death, and that is too true. We don't know anything else that can happen in our lives except the only certain thing is that we will pass away one day. And I mean, we shouldn't live life thinking, oh my gosh, this might be, when will I pass away? But I think it's just always good to keep in mind that let's all live our lives the best that we can, because who knows when that time will happen to us. And so I think of Moonbeam. So yeah, back to Moonbeam. So I think of Moonbeam in his 25 years of life. I'm so glad that he did so much, as much as he could, within those 25 years of life. And he, of course, didn't think he would pass away this early. I would like to think not, right? But given he knew about some health issues in himself, maybe he knew, and like he always wanted to um live his life to the fullest. Maybe that's why his personality was like always so. I don't know. I just always thought his personality had something extra that most K-pop singers don't have. And so who knows, right? Um, but I'm so glad that he did as much as he could, and he succeeded, right? He succeeded. He fulfilled his dreams, and he was still going after it. And then he saw his sister debut as a K-pop singer. Like, it was all really great to see how much he accomplished. And so even though he really really did pass away too young, but I really want to celebrate his life now. So yeah, now we're gonna pick it up. Okay, so now let's pick it up. I really admire that for 25 years he really accomplished everything that he wanted. And of course he still had other dreams, of course. I'm sure he did, but I as I think about his life and all that he's done and all the people he's affected, and just I'm so glad he debuted as a K-pop singer, that he accomplished that. And then he left us way too soon, but I think he will always leave a very very deep impact on everyone in the K-pop industry. And I think that's the best that we can ask for of him passing away too early. But I'm glad that he did all that he could. So into more happy talk as we celebrate his amazing life. I saw on Twitter that other fans, like lots of fans, are celebrating his birthday and his life, and that really comforts me, just knowing how loved he is. Since I don't really know about his fandom or anything, but it's so nice to see how loved he is. And I also saw that Chalnu, so I only really know him as an actor, but he's also a pretty good singer. So he uploaded a cover song that he dedicated to Moonbeam for his birthday, and it's a beautiful song. So you can check it out. Just search Chalnu, and I forgot the title of the song. Love is gone. Yeah, Love is gone. Yeah, it was pretty beautiful. And then there was like some small video of Moonbeam at the end, and that like choked me up. So I was like, so yeah, so it's just really nice to see the celebration for him on this day. And um and so yeah, so that's why I wanted to do this. And I still have other stories. Yeah, I still have some stories left to tell, which is more happy than sad. And so I'm almost done, guys. So first, let me see. Lulu, I'm shocked you're here. Go to sleep. Okay, but okay, let me briefly read. Okay, um Melina says it's always very tragic when young, vibrant people pass away. Yeah. That's I think that's the word I was looking for. Like why it affects me so much about Moonbeam passing away. Yeah, I've always had that good impression of him. And yeah, his vibrant personality, living life to the fullest. He always seemed that way. So I just wonder. I wonder. Okay. And Melina says, I have to keep reminding myself to treat people with kindness. Got that right? Even when it is hard, because you never know what someone is going through. Melina, thank you for dropping some good life wise words, as I was hoping, yeah, to do with this live. Because yes, you never know what anyone's going through, and always treat people with kindness. I cannot agree more than that. I mean, if you guys have been seeing my recent lives, I've been dealing with crappy people all month, sadly. Why all these crappy people come in my way? But the best I can do is treat them with kindness, even though they are terrible people. But I mean, I don't say like, you're doing great, I don't say things like that. But I do my best to not fight with them, to not say anything like rude or anything. Is that any kind of person, yeah, treat them with kindness. That's always number one. And I hope there's less terrible people out there. It's like, yeah, our lives are short. I mean, on average, we live until 70 or 80, but I mean, that's pretty short, and also as we get older, there are lots of things we can't do when because when we're young, there's lots of things we can do because we're so young. But then as we get older, we cannot do those things anymore. So I still feel like in this lifespan, like we should do as much as we can while we can. You guys get me? So anyway, so that's something I always think about at my age now. I'm almost gonna be 34. I'm pretty much halfway through, right? So I'm like halfway through my lifespan. I mean, again, we don't know when we're gonna pass away, but hoping all of us will live long lives. But regardless, I want to spend each day the best I can and accomplish as much as I can while I'm still young. And then whenever that day comes of me having to go, like I will pass away knowing that I've done as much as I can in my life, and go from there. And that's another conversation for another time, I think. Okay, but yes. So Melina, thank you for saying that. I would like to see more kind people treat each other better. That's yeah. Um, Lulu, I'm so shocked that you're here. So you just got home. I don't know what time was that, but yeah, I am mentioning Moonbeam on their mutual birthdays was so touching. Yeah, Lulu. So I think I don't know what time you came here, but I translated I am's message here, and talked about how I felt about it. And it tears me up, of course it does. So that was just a surprise to see that he would mention Moonbeam and also wanted to write that message to him. Oh, it was yeah. So that made me emotional last night when I saw it, and even here, I knew it would make me emotional again. But yeah, that was really surprising for me to see. Yeah, Lulu, do you get me? Okay, that must have been when you joined me. Yeah. So Lulu says, I also feel like Moonbeam might have died from an underlying health condition that turned fatal. Do you get me, girlfriend? The cops made a statement about him. They made a statement about him making a bad choice. What? They said that? No, I never heard that before. But that's terrible. But okay. But Lulu says, I feel like the police report was done to sensationalize. Yeah, his sudden and tragic passing. I feel like they said it to give the media some news for views. Okay, yeah, I don't know where you read that, but yeah, I want to believe that must have been false. I remember on that day that from my memory, I could be wrong, but I thought the police couldn't verify on anything. It's just that they were there, and they see Moonbeam is no longer alive. But I remember them saying there's no notes anywhere. So usually they would say if by chance someone has left a note, and usually that would mean they did something, right? But with Moonbeam's case, they did say they didn't find any kind of note or anything. So that also made me think is that I still don't want to believe that he did it, and that yeah, an underlying health condition, but also I wonder if he was really overworked and led to something. So that could be blame on the company, but again, that's a private matter. I think the family and the company would resolve it within themselves if maybe it was the company's fault for him passing away. We don't know, but again, that's why it's private for a reason. But yeah, but keep in mind, guys, no note was ever found, and I would like to believe they would have announced about it if there was a note. And so yeah, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, some media would sensationalize, but yeah, I do remember the company saying don't believe like false things or like make up false things. And so I think maybe something did happen for them to say that. So yeah, so just make sure to stay away from all that. Like even the company said, yeah, don't believe anything like that. um yes, Melina, he was a phenomenal talent. Yeah. So yeah, everything about it, I never thought anything bad about him. Even though I wasn't his fan, I was like, he's a cool guy, so talented and so cool. Yeah. And Melina hopes that wherever he is now, he is at peace and at least not in pain anymore. Got that right. Of course. We all don't know what will happen when we pass away, and of course everyone believes different things. But I always want to believe that um excuse me I'm speaking from the Christian point of view, so do keep that in mind. But what we have here on earth is not the best thing for us. I never want to believe that. So I think some people are afraid of dying because they feel like when they die, like this great lifestyle you have on earth, like this is really too good and it's the best, and you don't want to leave here um because of this. But I personally believe after we leave this earth, we're going to go somewhere that's way better than this. But I'm speaking from a Christian point of view. I don't know, yeah, other people's beliefs and whatnot, but I do believe that after we pass away, I mean, again, there is a heaven and hell. I mean, I believe that a heaven and hell, and so of course, like any like terrible people, I don't want to believe they're in heaven, but that's judges that sorry, that's God judgment on them. But yeah, and like I do want to believe that we will be in a better place. And so anyways, I don't know if that gives anyone comfort since I'm speaking from the Christian point of view, but yeah, like what we have here on earth, if we're all living good, that's great, and I would prefer to be living good than not, of course. But I hope that no one is afraid of death, because I do want to believe that of course it will be better. um of course it will be, right? And so anyways, yeah, so that's also why I want to believe that Moonbeam, he's fine. And um again, it's always sad to see someone pass away so young, but to keep in mind that he lived a great life, and that was his time, and we can't do anything about it. It was his time to go, and I will carry this with me for the rest of my life. So that's the thing, is that all things happen for a reason. One of my mottos, as you guys know, all things happen for a reason, even terrible things. Okay, so him passing away, so sad, and we wish we could have been with Moonbeam longer, but um his passing away will affect all of us. And moving forward, I feel like I'm really growing up. Like with every new death that comes my way, I do feel like I'm growing up, and like I'm really understanding myself and like how exactly to grieve, because later on people who are more close to me will pass away. I mean, I don't want to think about it, but like what if MX or One will pass away before me? I don't know. So I let's not think about it, but I definitely will be super super affected, right? And so regardless, yeah, whether we're young or old, but I do want to prepare at any moment with these things. And just every day live life the best that you can, and with no regrets. Quoting from 10, no regrets. And also, yeah, always tell the people in your lives who you really love, like make sure you tell them, and make sure that you let them know, like, I really do love you, and that yeah, so that you have no regrets of whatever happens in the future. You guys know all this stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Mm, Lulu says this lesson, the liability of the company he worked for and probably overwork contribute to his passing. You get me, Lou? You get me, Lou? Again, it's not fact. I never want to say this is fact, but I really have the intuition and observation that I feel like that's more likely to have happened. Yeah. Yeah. And they dealt with it privately. So yeah. It's news like this that would make you leave K-pop and not support it. Lou, I get you. I get you. I've said this many times. After Jonghyun's passing, I wanted to leave K-pop. I was going to, but I just started my K-shopper, so I'm like, can't really avoid it. But I feel like I wouldn't be a fangirl at least anymore, because I don't want to. But it was complicated given I was my K-shopper. But 4 months after Jonghyun's passing, I found Monster X, and you guys know the story from there. So if it wasn't for Monster X, I would leave this K-pop fandom lifestyle, but I would still do my K-shopper. So I still sadly would be supporting the K-pop industry because of customers requesting for K-pop. It's totally understandable. So yeah, I would have been in a difficult situation, but I'm very grateful Monster X came into my life at the right time. Shockingly, again, all things happen for a reason, and good timing when anything happens. Yeah, so that's honestly why I still want to believe. I don't think I would like another group after MX. Like, it's I can't imagine I could find another group like MX again. And I just can't imagine. And also in terms of age, like they're all within the right ages that suits me as well. So I don't know. I don't know. But I agree with Lulu. I really hate this industry. But the best that I can go about it is that, as you guys know, I'm my own company, creating entertainment group. Like I want to do more things than shopping. And one of the goals I have as my own company is that I would like to do something that leaves a positive impact in the K-pop industry. I don't know what it is. I know it's a big dream, but I'm always hoping for something like that because of how terrible the industry is already. Like, how can I penetrate it to leave a positive impact in it? I don't know if you guys have any good ideas. Let me know. But of course, it has to be possible. And am I capable of doing it? I don't know. But that's definitely something I want to do while I'm still young to hopefully leave some kind of impact for something. So that's how I'm going about it now. And wish me luck. Yeah. Um Melina says it really stirs up a lot of complicated feelings. Beanie and Jonghyun were not our friends or family, right? Right, but they filled the lives of their fans with so much good feeling and sweet memories. Got that right. Got that right. So my feelings for Jonghyun is different since he used to be my ultimate bias. But at the time of his passing, I wasn't his big fan anymore. But it was still very deep in me, given he's the same age as me and was my ultimate at one time. So so each of them feels different. With Moonbeam, it's it's different from how I felt with Jonghyun, but still very significant. And it's all because of MX and Wano. In all honesty, I definitely wouldn't be this emotional if he never had any type of relationship or anything with MX and Wano. So yeah, keep that in mind. I mean, thanks to MX and Wano. Um, but um, but I'm glad to have known him, Moonbeam and the Astro guys. I'm glad to have known him. Sadly, I never saw Moonbeam and Sana perform in person. Oh no, I did. I did. Okay, okay, wait. Okay, yeah. Into like happier news. I went to a Pepsi concert in 2018. I'm pretty sure 2018. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Because they performed Shootout. Yeah. I went because Monster X was there. They performed Shootout. So late 2018, and Astro was there as well. But at the time, I didn't really know Astro. I think they just debuted like around that time too, so I didn't really know them. But when I was like looking back on past things, and looking back at that Pepsi concert, and I realized Astro was there, I was like, oh my gosh! So I did actually see Astro one time, one time in my life, but I definitely don't remember seeing them after that time. But it was a coincidence. They performed at a Pepsi concert on the same day. And also GOT7 was there. I remember that. Mamamoo. That's all I can remember. Yeah. So I did see him at least once, and I'm glad. Even though I didn't really know him at the time, but I'm glad at least saw once. Yeah, and I'm glad to have learned more about him recently, right? And like, who knows when MX and Wano became friends with Astro? Like, I don't know, since their debut, I'm not sure, but eventually, right? Eventually, they became close friends. Oh yeah. They said they became closer friends through gaming. That's right. Okay, so I think through the pandemic, they couldn't go overseas or work a lot, so they did. So their downtime was like gaming, and so yeah. So they talk about that. They game a lot together, and I think that's how they got closer. So yeah, during the pandemic, I do want to believe so. Yeah, so that's yeah, so their friendship really touches me. And so, of course, surely, yeah, all of them are very affected by it. But maybe I am the most. Maybe given he shares the same birthday as Moonbeam, and they would always call each other on their birthdays. So maybe. But yeah, but I really appreciate I am wanting to write about it. Yeah, because I really didn't think any of them would. So so that just really touched me that he wanted to post that on his birthday, which is also Moonbeam's birthday. So I'm very, very touched by that. And then later tonight, he's gonna do his YouTube live. I wonder what exactly he's gonna do. But we'll see later. So we're not gonna see live together, but I'll do my I am birthday party right after his live is over. Like, give me an hour, like within an hour after he ends, and then I could translate for you guys what happened. Yeah. So I'll see you guys later tonight for more festivities. But thank you for wanting to celebrate Moonbeam's birthday with me too, and talking about all my feelings and whatnot. But I do have one more story to say first, just to make sure I get all my Moonbeam stories and feelings out of the way, and then yeah, and then we'll continue to remember him every year. And I don't think I'm sorry that there's this like lights like blinding me. So, but yeah, but he did pass away the day after my birthday. And as you guys know, I always want to celebrate my birthday, um, but we don't have to celebrate the day he passes away. No, 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 we don't have to. I mean, it's gonna be 1 year, but no, let's not focus on anything like that. And so I just want to celebrate him the most on his birthday. I think is best, and and it's also thinking about I am at the same time. What is blinding me? Okay, so maybe it's this one. Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, maybe I need a 1 second. I think there's something here that's reflecting. Okay, okay, I did. Okay, there was something there that was reflecting the sun and then bouncing on me. Okay, okay. Sorry. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So I'm still sad. I'm still sad that he passed. Sorry. I am sad. Okay, sorry. Just okay, okay. I'm still sad. I'm still sad that he passed away a day after my birthday. And so, as I just said earlier, we don't need to celebrate when he passes away, but let's just celebrate his birth. Is I think more fitting and more what's the word, more heartwarming to do as well. And every single year since it's combined with I would love to always think of him every year on Iam's birthday too. So that's what I'm going to be doing moving on. But this is, I feel like this is the only time I'll do only for Moonbeam. And so in the future it'll be like, yeah, just remembering him together with Iam. mm. And Melina says Moonbeam filled the world with his unique color. Got that right. Again, yeah, celebrating his good, fulfilled life. He did so much. Yeah. Dealing with people at work is a trip. Got that right. Got that right. Melina, did you see my reason? Yeah, you know me. You know me. Okay. Lulu says, very sweet that I know I saw that too. So Uji of 17, he released that song. So that song today, which was Moonbeam's yeah. So I read fans talking about guys, I'm not on Twitter all the time, but for some reason I just luckily see these tweets. So I saw this tweet where Uji said he never plans to release that song. Yeah, so before Moonbeam passed away, he never planned to release the song and just perform it once or something like that. And except Moonbeam said to Uji, is like, I really like this song. When are you ever gonna release it? And then yeah, Uji said, no, I'm never gonna release it. I don't know what was his reason for it. But after Moonbeam passed away, Uji said somewhere, I don't know where, but he said that I'll do my best to release this song for Moonbeam. And then he said the company, come on, the company, please release this song. And so he said like I really hope to release it on Moonbeam's birthday. And yeah, he also said like to the company, hey company, make this happen for me. So it wasn't like really Uji's decision, but I thought that was funny. He said like the company, like please make this happen for me. So it seemed like maybe he couldn't release it because the company didn't want to release it. Who knows? And so when I saw all that, and then it was announced that yeah, Uji does end up releasing the song on Moonbeam's birthday, it was really touching to me, since yeah, knowing that backstory of it. So yeah, so Moonbeam seems like that guy where he's very easy to be friends with. So the 17 guys, I mean, one guy, Seungkwan from 17, he's the same age as Moonbeam. So I do believe that's why they became such close friends, because being the same age. But Seungkwan definitely had to take some time off because he was really hurt knowing that he passed away. And so, oh my gosh, that's right, guys, I need to tell you that story. So yeah, so because it really made me tear up, so I'm probably gonna tear up again. So Seungkwan, 17, what country was it? Japan, maybe. Okay, so Mama, so Mnet Asia Music Awards, I think it was in Japan. And so 17 was there, and they won their first Taesong, so their first big award from Mama. I'm honestly shocked. I thought they did, but this was actually their first time ever winning a Taesong, a big award at Mama. And so they were giving their speech. They were like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, we finally got a Taesong at Mama's." And then Seungkwan, it was Seungkwan's turn that he wanted to say, his thanks. And oh my gosh, I was not expecting, like I don't know how I ended up watching it. I don't know. the random things in my life. But yeah, but I ended up no, it's because I really like Sonogong. I really like Sonogong super. Their big title song from last year, and so that's how they won the test song. Like that album just did really, 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 really well, and I really, really like that song, and so I was really happy to see that they won, and that's why I ended up seeing their acceptance speech, right, and so Seungkwan was giving his speech, and he mentioned Moonbin in his speech, and then he was tearing up. So I'm trying to remember. Don't quote me word for word, but I remember he said, I'm not sure if it's okay that I say this or not. So he was debating about it. So he said that like out loud. I'm not sure if this is okay to say or not. But for my friend who was like one of the biggest supporters of 17. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So he said for someone who was yeah, so I can't remember exactly, but he said that he was like one of the biggest supporters for us at 17. So then Sungwon says, really thank you a lot, Moonbin. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so first off, so this happened last December, I think. And that was really unexpected as well, because I don't think Sungwon has ever really said it out loud before about how he feels after Moonbin's passing. But especially him saying this at Mama's, at a big award show, public for the whole world to see, and saying that in his acceptance speech to mention Moonbin, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, that's so sweet and so touching. Um, so I'm really glad he said that. So for me personally, it gives me so much comfort to see Moonbin's closest friends mention these things. So even Uji, like how touching that is that he wanted to do that. It's just, I don't know why that comforts me. So that's number one. Okay, it really comforts me. Um, um, but just for Seungwon to say that just yeah, so I can only imagine, just how close friends he was with Moonbeam, and wanting to say just thank you to him, because he's just one of their biggest supporters. Like 17 has always been popular, but who knows what exactly Moonbeam has done to really support 17. Who knows, like I don't know in what context he's talking about, but just saying that in general, like one of the biggest supporters that we've had is Moonbeam, and just very touching. Okay, so anyway, so just very, very touching. And so I think that also makes me think more about Moonbeam's personality, just what a wonderful personality he must be. And so I believe that's why his closest friends were very affected by his passing away. Definitely Seungkwan, he's yeah, he had to take a break for a long time. And so nowadays when he talks about Moonbeam, he's like, don't worry about it. I'm not super sad. I remember he said in the live, he mentioned Moonbeam again, but that one I really can't remember. But that acceptance speech was really, really, really impactful for me. So anyways, yeah, so Uji as well. Yeah, so of course he was impacted, yeah, by his passing, and so releasing this song in dedication to Moonbeam, and I'm glad he did. It's just very, very touching. Everything just so touching. And again, I think it just attests to Moonbeam just being a really great person. And so him passing away is still sad. We all hope he didn't pass away, of course. But from his passing away, it just led to like a big effect on everyone, and it will help us grow, and we see that in all his friends. So yeah, so it's just really, really, yeah, so it's just been really interesting, right? So it's just really interesting. Yeah, we've been through a lot, and I hope moving forward, if any K-pop singer is not feeling well, I hope they always tell the company, hey, I need to take a break. I can't go for it. Like everyone needs to take care of their health. That's number one. I remember I am saying this to one of the Gravity guys. He said, when I injured my ankle, I didn't tell the company because he didn't want it to affect their schedule or anything. But then it ended up getting worse, and he needed to have surgery, and so he really regrets that. Like if only he said it sooner, then he wouldn't have gotten surgery. So he was like telling the Crowdy guys, yeah, if ever you have any kind of injury or something like that, just immediately just tell the company, go to the hospital, like never ever keep it a secret or anything. So that's in general. If any K-pop singers are watching me, or any person in general, if you have something wrong going on, and just go to the doctor. And like, if your company or boss are jerks about it, just it's like, do you want to pay for my $10,000 hospital bill? I don't know. Anyways, just I just hope everyone always, always, always prioritizes your health. And if you're not feeling good, you have to go to the doctor who cares about your work and your company. Like, health is always number one. Okay, so guys, yeah, I will do my best to wrap it up. I still have one more story to say, and then for real, we're gonna go. Okay. Lulu says, I will still be buying a slice of cake for Ian's birthday today. Of course, of course. Astro had a fan meeting in Toronto. They did, which was more than you can say for MX. I'm sure. Yeah. And Minhyuk and Jinjin went to an esports competition in 2022. That's right. The esports thing. Yeah. Wow. That's cool. They went to Toronto already. And yeah, I mean, blame Starship. Okay, blame Starship. But yeah, but Astro being able to go to Toronto is pretty cool. Sarah, hey girlfriend, you came near the end, but don't worry about it. I still have one more story to say, and then we're gonna go. Yeah, I think he said that in the letter he wrote to Moonbeam. I can't remember what exactly you mean, but yes, but Seungkwan being the closest one to Moonbeam, but also what's her name? Shinbi from BBG. I think she mentioned before as well. She was yeah, very, very close with Moonbeam. Like, they've known each other since they were like children. So yeah, so I think anything from them that are super close to Moonbeam mentioned about, but also that's why I got emotional about I am mentioning it. I don't know. It gives me just such good comfort, like to hear from Moonbeam's very close friends about him and how they're dealing with his passing and growing from it. It's very, very emotional to me. The Purple Gym united MX Astro and 70. That's right. Not only gaming, but Purple Gym, the pandemic, they couldn't go anywhere, so they hung out more in the gym. 1,000%. You're exactly right. Yeah. You saw Seungkwan saying thanks to Bean for his love and support as he held back tears. That's right. Other idols were tearing up too. That's right. I remember that. Other singers, yeah, they teared up hearing Seungkwan say that. Yeah. I remember seeing some translations that, did Seungkwan say "I love you" to Moonbeam? No, I don't remember him saying love. He just said, yeah, but I think he said, yeah, Moonbeam for his really great support and love for 17. I think maybe he said that, but for some reason, I definitely remember Seungkwan didn't say in his speech "I love you, BINNIE." He didn't say that. Like, he said, really thank you, Moonbeam, for your really great support for 17. Like, he was our biggest supporter of 17, and so I really want to thank you, Bean. Given it was an acceptance speech, so he wanted to say that as like the another person that we want to thank is Moonbeam for being one of our biggest supporters of 17. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't think any of them would mention Moonbeam again. And so given it's been, a couple months since he passed away, and I think everyone is feeling okay now about it, but definitely for a Taesung speech and saying Moonbeam's name, it was just, oh my gosh, it was, yeah, it was, I cried. Like, I had a tear come out after I heard him say that. I was just like, oh my gosh, so yeah. Yeah, of course, the Purple Gym. Yeah. You blame the ultra competitive state way of life in South Korea that chews up the youth. I mean, that's a good point, Lou. I know. Yeah, I know. Well, again, I still blame it on K-pop industry standards. I think that's like the worst of the worst. So of course, Korea culture in general, they put lots of standards on everyone, and lots of people are saying like different things as to why most Korean people are not happy, or they also don't want to get married and have kids. There's so many things. So many things. And I don't want to generalize too much about Korea and a Korean person, since I'm sadly not a native Korean person. So I didn't grow up here. I don't know how it is. But I've worked at a Korean company before, but I worked there as a foreigner. So it's tough to say for me. But as far as I can see of the K-pop industry, because for a brief period of time, I did work in K-pop. Don't ask me, it's nothing fancy. Okay, it's nothing fancy, but for a brief time, I did work in like K-pop related the industry. So I saw some things and heard some things that I was like, wow, yeah, the industry is pretty crazy. So always keep that in mind. that the K-pop industry is different from anything you ever know. Like, of course, it's different from Western music and all that stuff. So it's really intense. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that the singers themselves are okay. That's most important. Like, I still want to believe MX and 10 don't like Starship. I really want to believe, okay? But they're still there for certain reasons, but not because they like to be there. I still want to believe that. And so they know very clearly how messed up Starship is and how messed up the K-pop industry is. And so how they want to go about the rest of their lives as K-pop singers, I hope they choose the best one for them. And to go from there. So yeah, it's just I think it's going to take a very long time for the A-pop industry to have a really, really significant change. For now, I don't see it anytime soon. I mean, K-pop just started like 2000, 2005. I think that was like the beginning of K-pop expanding worldwide. So that was only like 20 years ago. So it's only like 20 years old, and people do assume like K-pop will die down eventually. I'm like, yeah, maybe. I mean, all these new groups and songs and stuff, they're not catchy anymore. So like like I personally see K-pop decreasing now. I mean, the only thing um that's really benefiting from K-pop is only BTS, let's be real, and I guess maybe New Jeans and Blackpink. But anyways, yeah, like people don't think like K-pop is really gonna what's the word what's the word I'm looking for? So anyways, for now, I do see K-pop like getting worse and worse and worse ever since second gen. So I just see it like really, really getting worse and worse. Um, but in terms of their working conditions, like there's always new laws being placed that's helping them. But I don't know, is it really helping them? But yeah, it's tough to say. And so what I mean by this, okay, is that don't generalize. That's number one. Don't generalize, and just know that the K-pop industry is messed up. But most importantly is that we have to hope the singers are okay and just have to hope for the best for them. Um, Uji wrote that in his letter. That's what you mean. Okay, okay. In his letter to Moonbin after his passing, that he will do everything he can to release the song. It's so sweet, so sweet. Okay, good. I only learned about this like a couple hours ago. Like the brief time I'm on Twitter, I don't know how I find that out, but I did. Excuse me, but yeah, he said he would do his best to release it on his birthday, and I'm glad he did. So I'm glad to see that. So sorry. Yeah. So the last story I wanted to say, because I kept delaying it until when is the day I could finally talk about Moonbeam. And so today is finally that day. So I did go to Moonbeam's memorial that was at his company building. So his company building, the company is called Fantagio, and they're located in Cheongdam, which is like in Gangnam. So it's not too far away from me, but I don't live near Gangnam, but I can go there pretty easily since it's in Seoul. So I've always planned to go, and so I did tweet about it. If you guys remember, I tweet about it, saying, "Hey, if anyone wants me to bring anything for Moonbeam's memorial, let me know." And I did wonder if anyone would want my help, and I was honestly surprised. Two people wanted my help to bring something to Moonbeam's memorial. And so since I want to go regardless, and I'm glad to help anyone that wants to come along the ride with me, so I did. And so yeah, so I just finally want to tell you guys how this story was, and also that it also helped me in what I mean by that, it helped me to feel better about his passing after I went to his memorial. So how it was is that at first Fantagio building has a parking lot. So at first all the memorial things for Moonbeam was in this parking lot. And so on the day that I went there, I want to believe was end of April, since I had to go to USA early May. So I want to believe early April or early May. Sorry. Well, I just say end of April or early May, like right before I went to USA. Yeah. I think now I think about it, I think it was early May. So anyways, it's been a while since his passing, right? And so I wanted to believe, would be okay for me to go there and leave something for him. And so when I went there, it was like a weekday afternoon. And so I saw the memorial in the parking lot, but the line of people that wants to leave something at his memorial was so long. It was like as long as like the pop-up store merch line. Guys, that's saying a lot, right? So it was so long. And so I wanted to believe it would move kind of quickly because you're just leaving something at the memorial, but I was like, oh my gosh, that is way too long for me to stay there, because I was expecting I would only be here for a short time, just leave something at the memorial and then go. And so for me personally, I'm sure I was dealing with a lot on that day, given I was going to go to USA soon. I couldn't stand that long line to leave something at his memorial, but it did assure me, like, even though it's been a few weeks since his passing, there's still so many people there that want to leave something at his memorial. Really touched me. So that really touched me. And that's kind of like my journey of me feeling better about his passing. Like it really comforts me that he is such a loved person, because he's such a good person. Like, as much as I know about him, he's such a good guy. And I was hoping, he does have a big fandom, and like, even though I'm not his fan, I'm so affected by it. But I would like to believe, yeah, he affected many of his fans, and yeah. So anyways, it really comforted me that he has such a huge fan base, and they all was affected by his passing. So that was already a comfort for me. But I was sad that I couldn't leave, something at his memorial. But I'm like, we'll see later, like after I come back from the USA, maybe his memorial will still be here. So I didn't know any info at this time, since it was still so early. But I was like, gosh darn it, I can't come here again until after I come back from the USA. So I had to rearrange that. But for now, before I went to the USA, just to have that comfort of seeing so many people that love him and want to send their greetings to him, it was still very nice for me to still see that, even though I couldn't leave something behind. So I felt that was good for me. And then I went to the USA, and then all that stuff you guys know. And then I come back to the USA, and as you know, I had to deal with Juhan solo stuff first. And so I went to his music show 2 3 times. I can't remember. I think it was two. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So as you guys know, I had to deal with all that. And then after Juhan was done with his music shows, then I needed to make time to go to Moonbeam's memorial again. And I was looking at info about it. I forgot how, but I found out info that his memorial at the Fantagio company was going to close June something. It was somewhere in June. So I remember that I was barely making it in time. So I remember seeing that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I have to go there before it closes, and then also deliver the stuff that some people wanted me to leave for Moonbeam. So finally, I go a second time, and if I was prepared, like if I have to stay in a long line, I'll go ahead and stay in the line. And so I was prepared, like I was free all that day, and so I go, and the memorial was no longer in the parking lot. So there was now signs and like directions. Like it was really well organized. So I appreciate that about Fantagio company. So it was like easy for me to figure out where to go. So there were signs of like, to Moonbeam's memorial is this way. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And so here's the thing. So they moved it to the rooftop of their building. So I actually had to go inside Fantagio building. It was wild. I was like, what? And so um I go, and so basically it just says to follow the instruction. And so there were some barriers, of course. They don't want fans to like explore the building or anything. So there were some barriers, but of course very clear instructions of where to go. So I go and follow it, and it says take this elevator to go to the rooftop for the memorial. And I'm like, okay. And so I just do that elevator. And like, by the way, their building is nice. The elevator was nice. I mean, as it should be. Okay. So yeah, so it's just FYI, just a regular building, but overall nice. Okay. So anyway, so I'm in there. I follow the instructions, and then as I'm going to the rooftop, so after I get off the elevator, which is the top floor I can go up to. So after that, then I have to go up a staircase and then to go to the rooftop. So as I'm going on the staircase, there are flowers on the staircase, and I was just like, oh. So it's not by the company, it's by fans. So like fans, I see each flower bouquet that's in the stairway, just it like there's messages on it and everything, and just it's just really Oh my gosh, it's just fans are very touching people as well. So yeah, so like, the people that wanted to leave something, they also left it on the stairwell as well to go to the rooftop. And then as I was going on this rooftop, there's also posters of Moonbeam for each wall that they could like yeah. So like there was a like each floor had like a wall, and then there was like a Moonbeam poster. And anyway, it was just so sweet. All right, so that was so sweet. So I think the posters, I want to assume the company did that. So yeah, so then I see these flowers and I see these posters of Moonbeam. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so it's just really, really touching stuff. And so finally I go up to the top floor, which is the rooftop. So it was like a rooftop terrace garden. And so I'm there, and then there's tables and chairs around, and then it's all fans are like, it wasn't super crowded compared to the first time, thank goodness, of like a super, super long line. So nothing like that. It was just maybe 20 people, about 20, 25 people on this rooftop along with me. And again, it's like a weekday afternoon. I'm just like, that's so interesting. These people are free. So anyway, so it's tables and chairs because some people want to like write something, or they just want to sit there and just grieve or mourn, whatever they want to do. So of course it was very quiet, very solemn. Environment. And as I was looking around, yeah, I see at the edge of this rooftop is like just like a just imagine like a tent. It's like a tent, and then this big open space under this tent. And so it's just all these like things for Moonbeam. So like there's pictures of him and flowers, of course. And then not only that, some people want to leave like food. So like it's kind of, I don't know if it's a Korean thing, but it's like, like leaving food there because for their afterlife, it's like food for them to eat. So it's like kind of like a gift, food given, for him like passing away. Yeah, so anyways, but I know that as like a Korean thing, but I personally don't do that. But anyways, yeah, so there was just so much things there. And so for me, with the stuff that I wanted to bring along with customers stuff, like I just try to find a nice space for it and put it there. And yeah, and as I was just looking around and just even though it was sad and solemn, like no one there was like talking or showing anything. But sorry, what I mean by that, like expressing anything, it was just quiet. Like I guess kind of felt like I was at a funeral, I guess, but just very, very quiet. But yeah, but I was still comforted just to see all the love for Moonbeam and everyone that wanted to send their greetings to him. Yeah, so it still was just very touching to me. And another thing that I thought was nice, there was like small water bottles at the entrance of this rooftop, and it says a sign like feel free to take one. I was like, that must have been from the company. So very nice of the company. Like I don't know how I feel about Fantagio in all honesty, but in general they really did their best to have a space for fans to go and mourn for Moonbeam. And so I really appreciate all the things they did. And they moved from the parking lot to the rooftop, was a lot better and I think calmer as well. Just good feeling all around. Um, yeah. So by the way, yeah. So this wasn't my last time. I remember I had to come a second time. I did. So suddenly another person asked me if I could deliver something for her to Moonbeam's memorial. So I remember that happened after I went this one time. So I did end up going a second time. I just remembered. Yeah. So I ended up going two times, but it's not bad. It wasn't bad. So the second time, which was my final time going to his memorial, and I was like, I would love to go give my greetings to him all the time. It was fine. And so all things happen for a reason. So it was a second time. And so this person collected like a big book of like messages of many fans in this big book. So she shipped that to me, and then I gave it at the memorial. And then as I was seeing this book, I'm like, oh, if you don't mind, can I leave a message here for Moonbeam too? And she's like, yes, that would be great if you want to leave a message in there. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, I just thought it was just a very beautiful big book of just so many messages from fans. I don't know where they were from, but just a big book of messages from all these fans, and I just felt very honored to be able to deliver it at Moonbeam's memorial. And then I even left like a little message in there too. So just in general, just made me feel very yeah, just very good, just yeah. I just felt like I experienced the mourning and grieving like it was his funeral, and yeah, able to deliver these things for people. So just felt very, very good. So it felt very good. and then yeah, that was finally my last time going there. And so FYI update about that memorial place is no longer on the rooftop anymore. So at a certain time they said, yeah, now we're gonna retire the rooftop memorial place, and then we're gonna move it to this temple that's really far away. So people were complaining about this. I don't know how I feel about it either. But yeah, they said that they dedicated a temple space that's for Moonbeam, and I don't know if his family wanted that or it's just the company wanted that. So that was up for debate, but I don't know too many details about it. But I definitely will not be going since it's super super far away. But I already did all that I wanted to do for his memorial while it was at his company, and it was easy for me to go to. So I'm all good, and I'm still very happy with all that it was. And so yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was my experience. Um, Sending my greetings and the I don't know what to call that, but just me like at peace with it, I guess. That I yeah, it was just a nice memorial to experience of Moonbeam. I don't think I did that with Jonghyun, Shiny Jonghyun. I remember they had something, but I think it was too emotional for me, and like I couldn't like find info about it at the time. It was a couple years ago, and I was still like a newbie about my K-shopper at the time. So anyways, yeah, so I don't remember doing anything like that for for Jonghyun. I went to his birthday cafe. Yeah, so a fan site did his birthday cafe. He's born April 8th. So since I couldn't do anything of Jonghyun, like memorial type whatever, he whatever was there during his passing, but since he passed away in December and 4 months later was his birthday, I felt like for me to really I don't know. I just, you just, when someone passes away, you just need to like do something, that's why we do funerals, right? And so for me, yeah, I felt like, it was just enough for me to go to this birthday cafe, celebrate his birthday on my own. Yeah, yeah. So this was at the time when I didn't have YouTube, so I went there on my own, and it was my first time ever going to a Jonghyun birthday party. I mean, birthday cafe, sorry. And yeah, but I felt very good about it, and just knowing that his fans are still there and wanted to do his birthday cafe. I saw Moonbeam has some birthday cafes too, but I'm good. Yeah, yeah, the memorial service, sorry, the memorial place was fine for me. And yeah, so for Jonghyun, I just did that one birthday cafe, and I never did again in next year's because I became a Monster X fan. So yeah, I became a Monster X fan April 13th. So yeah, so I went to Jonghyun's birthday cafe like a few days before I became a Monster X fan. Crazy. Anyways, but during that time I was still mourning Jonghyun's passing. That's why. And then when I met Monster X and became their fan at really good timing, and I was just like, yeah, it felt like I felt like I was like I was in a baby step program of like getting over my grief or something, and then yeah, and then the day that I meet Monster X, it was just all really good timing. Yeah. Okay, finally, all my stories are done, guys. Wow, this live has been 2 hours. No surprise, no surprise. It's okay. So today, January 26th. Yeah, the weather's pretty good. The weather looks good. You guys saw the sun shining on me, but it looks good. I'll see if I could like show you guys anything later. I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't plan to go to any I Am birthday cafe. I didn't have any customers ask me, and I'm personally not interested. So yeah, I mean, given my crazy time I had with Hyungwon birthday cafes, I'm like, I'm good. It's like as long as no customers need me to go to an I Am birthday cafe, I'm like, I'm good. So yeah, so no birthday cafes. For any of these birthdays, and I'm happy just to celebrate with you guys, and I feel great. I feel so good just talking about Moonbeam and getting the emotions out there, and talking about both the sad and good stuff. Man, this is, as you guys know, sometimes I feel like these are my own personal therapy sessions. So I feel really good. So don't worry about me. This was just a really great birthday party to celebrate him, and talking about all these things. And thanks for any of you guys that wanted to join, even with the sad feeling. So just thanks, you guys. All right, as always, like I'm still very glad I opened a YouTube channel. So just thanks again. so so yeah. So I can't say I love Moonbeam. So I mean, I'm not his fan ever, so I don't love him. So I just sorry, I just feel like I need to like have an ending conclusion to this. So I can't say I love him, but I think the last things I just want to say is that Moonbeam has affected me indirectly, and I appreciate him just as a human being. So like, yeah, I barely know you, but just as a fellow human being, and also that you're friends with my favorite singers. Like you've always had something in me, you know, that relates with me to you. And so that's why I'm emotional when I saw you pass away. And like, I still can't believe it was right after my birthday. I mean, what can we do, you know? So it's just yeah, just the timing of everything was so crazy. um but I'm really glad. So that's just number one. I'm so glad to have known. I think I wrote that in my message to him in that book. Like, I'm so glad that I got to know you, just know you, even though I never met you. But I'm just so glad I know of you, and that I know that you're a good person. And I'll never forget you. I think I wrote that in my message too. I'll never forget you. And just you just lived a good life. You did. And um, yeah, yeah, and just yeah, that's it. And he's totally, like, I still believe that after he passed away, it's a totally better life than what we have here. Like what we have here surely will never be the best, but we will try to live our best here as best as we can. What did I just say? Always live your life best while we have it, of course, before the deadline. And so yeah, everyone, of course, still do your best living here, but don't be afraid of passing away. But I hope all of us will live long lives. That's number one, right? I want to be with you guys for as long as possible, right? But yeah, but whenever the deadline is that we will all go to a better place after. So okay, so just thank you, Moonbeam. Yeah, so thank you, Moonbeam, for everything. Thank you for being good friends with MX and Wano and everyone else in K-pop. Just thank you for just thank you for becoming a singer, and yeah, just being a good person. Um yeah, yeah. And so yeah, so every year, since you have the same birthday as I am, I'll always remember you on his birthday. And yes, just yeah. That's all to do moving forward. Okay, so let's go, guys. Um um yeah, the Purple Gym United MX Astro in 17. He saw, so sorry. Lulu saw Sungwon saying thanks to Bean. Wait, didn't I just read that? Sorry, I just read that. Okay. Um Moonbeam was loved by so many people. Exactly right. And you really miss him. Yes, we all will miss him. That's right. When I said I don't know why I didn't think about that, but yes, that's number one. We'll miss you. I'm pretty sure I wrote that message to him as well. Of course. So we all miss him. I am even said himself, I really miss you / want to see you. Yeah. Since I don't love Moonbeam, I can't say oh, wait, so okay, they posted like an I am birthday thing because right now it's 3 p.m. Oh yeah. So okay, so yeah, so we gotta go too. Okay, so already 3 p.m. Okay, so yeah. So as I just said earlier, I can't say I love Moonbeam since I don't have that kind of relationship with him, but I will miss him just as one of the K-pop singers that I am aware of and I know to see in K-pop. So it feels empty without him. Like Astro, I don't know when they're gonna have a comeback again, and of course Moonbeam and Sana is the unit won't continue, of course. Yeah. So yeah, I will miss having that presence of Moonbeam there, but I'm still grateful for him. And 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 yeah, just I can never forget him. I think those are the only strong feelings I have about him, is that um is unfortunate to never see him again, but I will always remember him for everything he's done. And I want to believe MX and Wano will will what's the word, is it MX and Wano surely will never forget him either. Yeah. And so because of them, I don't think I ever could forget him either. Does that make sense? Yeah. So okay, anyways, yeah. So anyways, thanks you guys for the condolences. Right now is 1:00 time, and yeah, let's go. um Yes, good day and good night. You, buddy, go ahead. Okay, we'll see you later for Ian's post live birthday yes, debrief and celebration. Got that right. I'll see you then. Have a good night, Lou. Um, Okay, Sarah says, if I remember correctly, his family requested the memorial space in the temple, so fans will have a place to visit in memory of Moonbeam. Yeah, yeah. So I saw fans complaining about it that that temple was not chosen by his family. So I don't know what's the truth anymore, Sarah. Yeah, yeah. So there were so many info jumbled about this place because it's so far away, it's so difficult to get to, and people were thinking like this place is like sponsored by Fantagio, like a sponsor of theirs or something. That's why they chose it. I'm just like, what? So in my opinion, I think that is kind of weird. Why would they pick a really like out of nowhere really hard to get to place for Moonbeam's memorial? So I just saw there was lots of talk about it, but I don't know what's the conclusion of that. Um really? Okay, so Moonbeam was your bias in Astro, and you loved his friendship with his members N17 and Wano and MX. So of course it affects you way more than me, which is totally understandable. Um yeah. So Sarah, you are free to talk about anything while I'm still here, even though I'm going soon. But if you want to say anything, like yeah, do what you want. But yeah. So for Sarah, I assume must have been hard for you for a while, but I hope everything is okay. And I hope maybe this. I mean, you came during the ending, but feel free to watch this on replay if maybe what I talk about comforts you. I don't know if it will, but just keep in mind I'm the opinion of someone who's not really his fan, but I'm still very affected by his passing, and so I just talk about it here, and I'm very touched and comforted by his close K-pop friends, and MX and Wano being one of them. Um, yeah, yeah. So yeah. So I'm really glad to just finally have this long talk and all my stories finally let you guys know what happened. Because of me going to his memorial and stuff, I never told you guys. So finally saying it here feels good. And me remembering those times of going to his memorial, so I technically went total 3 times, yeah, to his memorial, but it was all worth it. I was totally fine with it, and each time I went just really helped me in my grieving for him. I don't know why, it just did, even though I'm not his fan, right? I really want to say that, like, I don't know why it affects me so much, but he's just he just is, and I was happy to have done as much as I can, and yeah, and moving forward, just yeah. I mean, I can't say like, because it's tough. I can't say like anyone can pass away at any moment, but it's true, right? But of course that's tough to live that way of like anyone can pass away at any moment. But all I can say is just always live life to the fullest, and all the people that are important in your lives, make sure that they know that you're important to them. And Melina said this earlier, like, be kind to everyone. Like, you guys have seen these terrible people, how they treat me, and yeah, why do people think they want to be that way? I don't know. And so live life being good to others, being kind. Yeah, it's just we have this short life we live, and just make the best of it. All right, guys. Okay. Okay. Yes. Rewatch later. Sure. And then yeah, I will be doing Ian's birthday party later tonight after his YouTube live is over, so we can talk about him. Random stuff. I'll update you guys about how it's going with that Gion fan site. Okay, yeah. So I'll update about everything at that time as well. So it's not a traditional birthday party. I mean, kind of like how I did with Minhyuk and even Gihyun. Not a traditional birthday party, but just hanging out, talking about them, and just whatnot. So that's basically what we're doing. So yeah. So basically, just hang out with me. Just hang out with me because it's their birthday, and that's it. Yeah. It's nothing. It's nothing, Sarah. Stop it. She said, "Thank you for doing this live." It's nothing. I wanted to do this for forever. Okay, so stop it. Okay, so I've been looking forward to this day. Not only yeah for Ian's birthday, but I really was looking forward to finally talking about Moonbeam and everything. And I think this is like just a good time, given it's been almost a year, and it's his birthday. But yeah, with the sad and good stuff we talked about, it's just I feel finally so good to talk about it all here on his birthday. And moving forward, just remember him and his good life, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, his presence and passing touched many, even if you were not his fan. I attest to it. I I still couldn't believe it. I said this earlier in the live. Like, out of any Astro member, I think he's the only one that I would be this emotional about. Like I'll still be sad of any one of them passing away. Okay. Like, sorry, I should rephrase it. I'll be sad of any one of them passing away. But he, Moonbeam, for some reason makes me most emotional out of everyone. And I think it just attests to, yeah, he was a great guy. And I didn't really get to know him, but I still was affected by his presence, at least, and knowing how he is as a person and friends with people. So yeah. So anyways, I hope you enjoy watching whatever. I hope you enjoy it, and everyone have a great day. You too, buddy. Goodbye for now. You too. As always, be healthy, be safe, be careful. Good day, good night. Don't worry, be happy, stay happy. Take care, and take care of everything around you. And just everyone have a great Moonbeam day, Beanie day. Have a good I am Changyun day. um yeah, yeah, it's only the start of 2024, and even though crappy things keep happening, no matter what, I still hope for us to spend each day the best we can. Tell everyone who you love that you love them, and appreciate every person in your life until who knows when. And yeah, that's it. All right. Okay. Okay. See you guys later tonight. Bye bye bye.